Welcome back to the Blogger Breakthrough Summit podcast. I'm your host, Liz Stapleton, and here we share snippets from our annual virtual summit. And today we've got some absolute gems to share with you on the magic of automation with Steph Blake. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss this one.
Actually, what you said right there was really great, because you said, like, as you're just going through your day-to-day process, just say, like, ask yourself, like, can this be automated? Yes or no? Yeah. If your answer is no, take a step back again. Do you actually have to be the one doing it, right? And if a human being does have to do it, maybe it doesn't have to be you. Maybe it can be a team member, right? Yeah. And maybe there's a part of that process that can be automated, right? So maybe it doesn't have to be the entire process, right? So I want people to just think about this from a different perspective, instead of thinking that like robots are completely taking over the back end of their business and they don't talk to anybody. That's not the case.
Yeah.
Like for example, as I don't know, a photographer, that was just the first example that came to my mind. You want to make sure that you're like having some kind of relationship with your clients, but you don't have to be the one sending them the onboarding form to fill out their questions or whatever you need to know, right? You don't need to be the one sending them a gift. Like there's a lot of different parts that you don't need to be doing.
Yeah. I mean, the other day I was like, my inbox has gotten out of control and I'm like losing track of things I need to pay attention to. And I was like, oh, I need to just go update the filters so that the new newsletters I signed up for skip that part of my inbox and are just there ready for me when I want to look at them.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's an ongoing thing. It's not necessarily a set and forget, but it's an ongoing, can be improved and better and added to.
Yeah. I mean, just using the summit as an example, the first time that you ran the summit, you didn't have that many automations, I would guess, because you didn't really know what you needed, right? You were kind of just like piecing it together. Yeah. Now, 5 years later, it's like everything's streamlined and
as much as possible.
Exactly. So just to, like, if it's the first, or if you're brand new to automations, you're brand new, even to business, you've been doing things on your own for a long time, just also give yourself a break. Like, this is something new that you're learning. You don't have to have all of the answers right away. Like, go into Zapier, see if two things can connect, start there.
Yeah. So, and on the free Zapier plan, right, because I'm always mindful, especially if your blog isn't earning money yet. Although if your blog can cover the $20 a month, I think $20 a month on the annual plan, $30 a month on Zapier, I was just looking at this, then it's worth it. Like, pay for it.
Yeah.
If you're not earning any money, still use the free plan. That's 5 things you can automate for free, right? ClickUp has, I think you get 50 different automation tasks and like 100 instances a month for free. Right? I think Make even has a free plan. So like, you could, if you really wanted to, you could really bootstrap with multiple tools. Pabbly, I don't know if Pabbly has a free plan. With multiple
They
tools.
just have the lifetime access, I think.
Okay. You can really like bootstrap and get a lot of free automations if you're willing to be a little creative and kind of dig into the functionality of the tools you're using. I wouldn't say switch a tool. Simply, for a free automation, because especially things like email marketing, like, go with what you're going to stick with. Like, that'll slow down your progress. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. But where would you, okay, and you may or may not have a good answer for this. Where would you recommend people start when it comes to, like, what are like 5 places they should start to look at automating?
So first, so I'm being cognizant that there's a lot of bloggers here, right? Yes. So your automation that you mentioned with pulling the copy from your blog and then adding in the link. I'll be honest, I'm not a big blogger, but I know you said that you have an automation specifically for that. So where after the blog post is published, it will pull the link and it will add that into your database, right? Okay, yes. So that's one. For bloggers specifically, use that because you need to track the data to make sure that your blog posts are working, right? You need to have that. Also, you need to be marketing your business. So using social media scheduling tools, we didn't talk about that, but that's also part of the consistency portion, right? So that could even be, you want to be putting your blog posts on Pinterest, right? Like that is something that you can automate. You can take that blog post after it posts to your blog and automatically upload it to Pinterest. That is not something that you manually need to be doing. You can also create an Instagram post or a Facebook post or whatever, wherever your audience is at. You can create social media content from it.
All right, so that's it. Remember, you need to start small, tweak as you go, and you've got this. Automation doesn't have to be overwhelming. Think of it as your new best friend, helping you to reclaim precious time and focus on what really matters. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Blogger Breakthrough Summit podcast. And if you found today's tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe and share with your fellow bloggers. Be sure to tune in next week to learn about keeping momentum going in your business. I'll see you then.